dear Aquarians, and welcome to your April 2021 horoscope. Now, the month begins with Mercury, the planet of communication, rational thinking, curiosity, moving into your third house of communication, where both the Sun and Venus will be present. Now, Mercury feels very comfortable in this house. This is the natural environment for Mercury. So here communication, self-expression in a verbal way or in a written way as well should be much easier during this time. So it's a great time for writing, blogging, also for even writing emails, so working on some study cases, because also with the Venus energy here and the Sun, there are so many positive energies here centered for you. Now, the third house also stands for the community, our immediate community. So your relationships with people that you see on a regular basis, your neighbors, also your siblings, should be more harmonious as well. Now, you seek more harmony generally in your relationships with others. But also here is a great time for learning some new skills or improving your existing skills for those of you who teach who teach. This is also a very positive time. Venus gives you a wonderful impression. You make a great impression on others during this time. You could also, some of you could also receive some exciting news. Generally a very busy time where communication plays an important role. And on the 11th of the month, we also have a new moon here happening in your third house, a new moon in Aries. And this is the first new moon in the astrological year. Aries is the first sign of the Zodiac. So this is a really good time for starting something new, especially something connected to the third house matters. So here again, perhaps a short course, or starting, if you want to start writing a blog or a book or an ebook. Now, this will be also a great time for doing that. There could be also some new beginnings connected to short trips. The first week of April, these are really good weeks for planning some short trips, and generally there could be more activity going on in your immediate environment as well. Now, on the 14th of the month, we've got Venus, the planet of love, relationships, moving into your area of home and family. Now, with Venus in your fourth house, this is a time when you are likely to seek more harmony and balance in your domestic life. So this is a very positive energy for improving your relationships with your relatives. You could also have a great desire to beautify your home environment, decorate, redecorate, change something to make it more beautiful, especially since Mars will still be transiting your fifth house of creativity. So you are likely to feel very creative around this time as well. So really good time for releasing this creative energy and just improving your home conditions. If this is something that you would be interested to doing now, then in April would be a good time. On the 20th, we've got Mercury and the Sun coming to your fourth house as well. Obviously, with the dates, it's usually a few days before or after, but this is for your information only. And now with the Sun moving here, this is, so wherever the Sun is shining its light, this is the area of life that is really activated during this time. So here, your attention turns onto your family matters, onto your domestic life. You could be very busy dealing with your family members, doing things at home, decluttering, again, redecorating, making some changes, and generally seeking more inner peace within your home. Or perhaps implementing some changes so that your home environment and your living conditions are more, feel more safe and more secure. With Mercury here, now Mercury can give you this great desire for exchanging your thoughts, ideas with your family members, and you are likely to feel more comfortable to talk about your feelings as well. Now, the fourth house is traditionally ruled by Cancer, water sign. So here the emotions could be, the expression also of emotions could be much easier as well, here with the Sun, Venus and Mercury. Now, Mercury gives you a busy, Mercury brings also intellectual stimulation, so there could be lots of communication going on with your family members, And generally there could be a lot of movement as well. So obviously now with the extremities that are happening in the world, depending on where you live, there could be people coming in and out from your home, if this is something that is possible in the place where you live. But there could be lots of movement going on, or generally you could find yourself reading more magazines, or having the watching more TV, or having the radio on, because that's what also is connected to Mercury. Right, so let's move on to the next transit. That's Mars, and Mars, the planet of action, motivation, courage. This dynamic energy, it will shift from your 5th house of creativity into your 6th house of work, daily routine, daily life, health. Now, here with Mars in the 6th house, from the 23rd, or more or less from this date, depending on your birth chart combination. But here with Mars in the 6th house, your daily life is likely to move at a much faster pace during this transit. So from the end of April throughout May, so lots of activities, perhaps some additional tasks, responsibilities at your work, longer hours, more activity as well at your home, perhaps. Generally, daily life is likely to be much busier. So it's something to keep in mind, is your health, because the 6th house also stands for your health and well-being. So self-care, self-love is essential during this time. If you feel like you're overworked, you're drained, you're just tired, or you might not even realize it until the end of the week that you actually worked so hard and you feel so drained. So remember to look after yourself, look after your health. And some Aquarians might also have a great urge to become fitter and exercise. So lots of exercising could be going on, running or jogging, or whatever else that you like doing to stay fit. And also this could be a time when you become interested, some of you become interested in improving your health and diet. And generally this is also a house of small pets, so there could also be some stimulation to get a small pet as well. And the month ends with a full moon in Scorpio happening in your 10th house. So now this full moon is connected to the new moon we had back in November 2020. That was a new moon in Scorpio. So if some of you started something new around that time, something connected to your career, then now during this full moon you could see some results or outcomes of those new beginnings. However, otherwise, a full moon is a time, usually a time of ending. So you could completing something connected to your career, professional life, perhaps a course of study that you've been doing to improve your position within your career. But also with a full moon in general, the sun illuminates the whole of the moon. So here, some secrets could be exposed during this time, connected to your career, or perhaps you could just realize something that before didn't seem obvious. So again, something to remember. Now, otherwise, this is a great time for letting go of any unnecessary habits or behavioral patterns that outlived their purpose and are affecting your career progression. And with this in mind, I would like to thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a positive month ahead, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.